Greetings everyone, my name is Buck Business, and today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Trolls. So we begin the movie, Trolls, with them being captured by these creatures called Bergens. Poppy's father helps them, the Trolls, escape before the Bergens can feed them to their prince. Poppy grows up and decides to throw a party. Branch warns her, but she doesn't listen. Some of the trolls end up being recaptured by the Bergens. So, Poppy then decides she's going to help rescue them. During their journey, we see that Poppy continues to view things from an optimistic perspective, while Branch views things from a pessimistic point of view, making them a pretty interesting duo. Also, they use and alter pre-existing music for most of the tracks during the movie. While this doesn't detract too much from the film, other than pacing, the songs are passable overall. The movie uses a lot of material from previous films, and I was able to compile a list of more so animated films that I felt was captured in this. So, just as an example, this feels to me like a mixture of the Smurfs meets Alvin and the Chipmunks, as far as aesthetic and the plot design is concerned. The movie also has a Cinderella moment with the prince. Takes eating jokes that and the taking of eating joke that I've seen in Madagascar, where like one thing eats another and then that thing eats another thing and so on and so forth. And of course we have a traitor scenario, which I felt a little bit was like Turbo, except it was for a relationship of a much different angle. Again, while I don't feel like this detracts too much from the film, it's once again the pacing that suffers the most here. There didn't seem like there was enough breathing time between the songs and doing these other things that were close to these other movies. Due to this copying nature, the movie feels pretty safe and doesn't take too many risks. There are some sentimental moments like Branch's backstory, but again, it's pretty quick. I do like the message of not having too much optimistic or pessimistic points of view, just to give you a deeper and inner look. Kawaii Critic tends to be the more optimistic between the two of us, and I see things through a more pessimistic point of view, but having too much of either of these things can be a little bit foreboding. So, I personally think if they removed some of the characters and maybe one of the few subplots throughout the movie, there could have been more focus on the leads of the movie. For example, the subplot of the whole traitor in the first place feels a little bit unconnected to the rest of the movie. I think having Poppy deal with that traitor subplot was a bit going elsewhere, and they could have probably used something else that could have been a bit more effective. But overall, I still think this movie was okay at best. And I would give Trolls a total of a 5.5 out of 10. I feel like the biggest issue, as I mentioned throughout, has been the pacing. And everything else, there's a few good moments here and there, and so on and so forth. And of course, there's always the resorting to the most common and typical of lowbrow humor and the whole fart joke and whatever. But there are again a few jokes here and there that work a bit better. So that's how I feel about the movie. Let me know what you thought of the movie down below. And if you like this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, everyone, farewell.